the audience. Okay. America is the greatest country on earth, and it was founded upon mainly one principle, and that is change. In the early 1700s, America was under the oppression of the British, and we were doing everything that they wanted. We were paying their taxes as high as they wanted them, and we decided that we were going to change that. And throughout American history, change has been the number one principle, mainly, that we have abided by, and we still continue to today. In 2008, we elected the first African American president. If that doesn't change for you, then I don't know what is. I want to talk to you today about changing the gender of our classrooms to single sex. I'm going to talk about this because, well, change shouldn't be a big deal, right, America? According to greatschools.org, mixed genders cause a distraction in school. Everyone knows this. Parents, they send their kids off to school, and they worry sometimes about if they're in a relationship or not, what this girl's going to do to my boy at school today, or what my boy is going to do to this girl at school today, maybe. Things like that. The drama and the controversy that surrounds mixed gender schools and classrooms is inevitable, and a lot of people know that. Another advantage, or I guess the last one wasn't really an advantage, but another advantage to single-sex classrooms would be teachers can use better strategies, better lesson plans that are geared toward the gender of their class. Sometimes teachers goes to school, and the fact that there's boys and girls in their classroom makes for some bad days sometimes. And when they come to school, they can have lesson plans specifically geared towards a boy classroom. They'll know a different style of teaching that would be more effective for them, or a different style of teaching for females that would be more effective. Research indicates, this is kind of funny, but research indicates that boys learn better in a cooler classroom and girls learn better in a warmer climate classroom. It's kind of funny, but research indicates that. And when girls and boys are mixed together, you can't really designate it to be cooler or warmer. It just all depends on the student's comfort. But according to these studies, if it was cooler or warmer for each gender, they could maybe learn better. Back to how mixed genders are a distraction. I'm going to take you to a story about a 15-year-old girl from New York in Staten Island. Her name is Felicia Garcia. She was 15 years old when she decided to jump in front of a train and commit suicide. According to New York Daily News, she did this act. And it was mainly because of bullying that resulted from what boys were accusing her of was sleeping with the football team. These football players go to class with her every day and sit next to her every day and criticize her every day. And as a result of that, she took her own life. This probably could have been avoided if she would have been going to school with only girls, where she wouldn't have had that interaction with boys. She wouldn't have had that chance. To reiterate on that, a boy some people think maybe this is usually only with girls. The whole sexual relations and all the bullying, mainly girls face that in school. But I'll take you to a story about a boy named Joshua Baisley who killed himself July 2012 because of a breakup of him and his girlfriend, because of his increased heartache that he had and the results of getting made fun of. He took his own life. This probably could have been avoided if he would have been going to school with only boys. Maybe he probably would have had a girlfriend, but he wouldn't have had to face her every day in school and look at her every day in school. And he met this girl at his own school. So he might have even met her. This whole situation probably might have been avoided. According to CDC.gov, the suicide data sheet, 12.8% of students, American students, made a plan about suicide related to female or male. The reasons were because of the interactions that occurred between the females and males in school. 12.8%. I'm not saying that mixed gender is a terrible idea and that it's never worked, because obviously it has. America has had mixed gender classrooms since the beginning, and we live in a great country, and our education system isn't that bad. But suicide rates and maybe increased grades in school would be a result of having the same gender classrooms. In America, don't try to say that you're scared of change, because look at the history and look at who you re-elected in 2012. And that's it.